Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's happening, Captain? Let me put this right here. I'm gonna take this out. Let's see how we do over here with this guy on TikTok. What's the deal? Happy Sunday. Peace and love. Peace and love. Happy Soulful Sunday. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. Top of the morning. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in to the live. Share this with somebody. Somebody gonna need to hear this message. There's gonna be a message today, baby. Let's go live over here. All right, we're pulling that one up. This is a sermon. All right, we're gonna give a talk. Today we're gonna talk. All right, this is a sermon, my B-Day sermon. 1 second. We are going live here. TikTok gave us back our access. We are going live here on IG. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. This is not the regular show, so it's a little different, but we're going to have a talk. I got some stuff to talk about. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All the good stuff. Let me make sure this lens is clean over here. Pardon me, guys, on this side. Okay, we're going to back this thing up. We want you to get my whole face, not the light. All right. Yeah, you guys are good over here. You guys are good right here. You guys are good right here. Now, let me take a sip of my toast. All right. Still my birthday. All right. Even though birthday's going forward, it will be more discipline, not less. All right. Because I shouldn't be eating or drinking anything this early, let alone this sparkling non-alcoholic beverage. It should be water, if anything. Right. But we're on a journey. We're on a journey to just be better. All right. Not perfection, progress. Our imperfection, our perfection. Right. But let's take a sip of this toast. Shout out to the sponsor. Sponsored a couple cases for the birthday weekend, birthday event. The business launched yesterday, man. It's an incredible brand. They are sold in Whole Foods. You can go purchase some toast, right? You can go about $8, $9. You can go purchase a couple of bottles of toast. They got 2 flavors. This is the rosé one. It is sparkling white tea, ginger, and elderberry. Contains no alcohol. Then the other one is sparkling white tea, cranberry, I think, and ginger. Right? So 3 ingredients, very simple, very good. I love it. Everyone who's had it loves it, right? Sold in restaurants, different restaurants sell it as their non-alcoholic beverage, right? So shout out to the sponsor. So today I want to talk about when you have a dream, all right? And when you live your dream, when you have a dream and you pursue that dream, and you work relentlessly to bring that dream into fruition. First you got to first acknowledge that you have a dream and give thanks for your dream, right? Your dream, it didn't just come out of thin air. It didn't just appear in your head, in your heart, in your mind. It didn't. It was planted there. Your dream was planted there by that energy, that source which created you. Some may say God, others may, just a different language, may say Allah, some may say the universe, some may say the divine, the great spirit, right? All of those invisible energies, along with the energies of your ancestors, your parents, if they transitioned, your grandparents and great grandparents, and your bloodline. A dream is a culmination or a cultivation, right, of all of the different thoughts and actions and happenings that occur before us, right? That is what a dream is. It is everything that has happened and that has the potential to happen, that could possibly have happened from any of the different mixtures of energy and how the different elements came together at different times and in different points of space. And that is what a dream is. A dream is that culmination, that manifestation, right? So it didn't just come from nowhere. Nowhere. Your dream didn't just pop up, right? It was put there in you, put in you. So acknowledge you have a dream, man, and identify your dream, right? What is my dream? 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 Ask yourself, what is my dream? What do you think about more than anything? What do you envision for yourself, for the world, more than anything? Right? What? More than anything, do you think about? Do you fantasize about? Do you envision? Do you hope for? I hope that I want to be this. I hope, right, that I get here. I hope that I have this, right? I envision this for myself or for my children or for my parents, right? I envision my mom to be well and to have a home of her own that she owns, right? I envision for my siblings to not have to work so much, right? What do you envision for yourself, for your family, for the people that you love? What is your dream? Understand your dream is sacred. Your dream is your dream. No one else has your dream. Everyone won't see your dream or believe in your dream. And that's okay. Your dream is your dream. Your dream is sacred. It is for you. It is yours. Right? Like the same way we have a baby, right? We have a physical baby, a newborn, a child. We have our car, we call our baby. We have our whatever it is that this is my baby. You take special care of it. You don't let nobody hurt it. If someone talks about it, you may flip them off, or you may just say, okay, it's not your taste. It ain't for you. Right? Like you got a car that you love. The color, the model, the make, the year, right? You dress it up how you love it. You know that a lot of people might not like it, and you don't care because it's yours. Same thing for your dream. You don't care that other people don't see it. Don't care that other people don't believe it. Don't care that other people doubt it or other people ask you, why are you having that dream? Same with they say, why you got that car? Because I wanted it. Or I don't like it. So you won't be in it. They don't like your car, they won't get in. Same thing for your dream. They don't see your dream? Cool. They're not a part of it. And maybe not. This is the thing about the dream, though. They're not a part of it in one way. But if your dream is big enough, they will have to be a part of it some way as a customer, right? Like as just a beneficiary. If your dream is to, for example, build schools, and people don't see that you could build schools, they don't believe in your dream, but you build a school, you build an art institution, you build a wellness museum, wellness center, you build something that benefits the people. Even if they didn't see it, they still get benefited by it and they become a customer of it just because them or there's somebody in their family. They don't got to see it. You got to believe in your dream. And you got to understand that your dream is going to take work to bring forth because it's here. It's here. It's here. And we humans, all of us, have a lot of other stuff here and here that may be sometimes a little more powerful or compelling than the dream, right? In our conscious thought, right? It may be disrupting us because a loved one passes away. It can disrupt your aura, your energies, right? A breakup happens, right? You lose your housing, right? Something new happens, not even something tragic, something new happens. You get a new job, a promotion, but now you have more responsibility. You're making more money, but you may be doing more work. You may be doing quote unquote less work, but have more to think about, have more to facilitate, right? And so everything, your dream, everything can impact your dream, can impact your relationship to your dream. But you got to fall in love with that dream. You got to fall in love with that possibility of what could be if you do the work, if you make the sacrifice, if you have the faith, if you talk to more people, right? If you communicate your dream and share your idea with people, right? You have to have trust that it will come true. It will manifest. And so nothing I'm saying is foreign, right? So to bring it back is in Christianity, right? In Christian text, the Holy Bible, it says a man got a vision, shall perish. Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It is life's common attractions. It's everything. Your imagination is the most important thing. Your imagination, not your education, right? Like you can have all the education in the world. We know people have all the education in the world and they're going for a double master's, a double PhD. What are they doing? And it's not that if that's your thing, if you want to keep going to school, but you're also living purposeful and you're happy, great, cool, do what works for you. But a lot of the people who continue to go to school are going striving for something that there's no end because they don't know what they want to do. They just want to keep learning. And great, but then they're miserable because they want to always be doing something else. Right? They want to always be doing something else. They have a dream that, or they maybe not identify the dream, that's why they keep doing something else. Right? But we know people like that. It's like, yo, you need to do something. Like, what are you doing? Like, I hear you. I hear your frustrations. I hear you're overwhelmed. But you keep putting yourself in a position to go to school and to learn mad different things. Learning is the best thing. You should learn forever a student. But when are you applying that knowledge? When are you applying what you've learned? When are you putting it out there to benefit the lives of people? You directly first and foremost, and then your family, your friends, your co-workers, right? Other people out there who could benefit from all the knowledge that you have. Right? So like it's your dream, it's your imagination, it's your vision. Right? Like before you could speak, you imagined, you had a vision, you saw something. Right? And everything that you physically see adds because now you can see something and now you could add something else to the dream. You could add something else, right? Something else comes. You have more interactions with people. Oh, wow, the dream grows, right? The dream grows. I had mad dreams, great dreams, not until I meet my lady and not until just last month, we had a dream that we dreamt together of something that we're going to birth into the universe, right? But that only happens because I'm living my dream. She's living her dream. We're both living our dreams to a degree. And now we're able to dream a new dream. Dream something else, dream something bigger, right? Same thing with my brother Frank Brown, who I talk about, right? Northeast Political Prisoner Coalition, right? He's doing his work. Part of his dream is addressing the political prisoners and getting our people free and changing the system, right? Politically and all of these things, right? Not until connecting with him. And then recently, just a few months ago, did we have a dream for something that we're working on together to bring into the public, right? Like, but none of that happens. None of these collaborations happen. None of this elevation happens collectively. None of this clarity comes personally if you don't start on the dream, right? Whatever the start. And you can follow every dream, right? Because you got a new dream. You got a different dream, right? Your dream may have been this, and it may have been this, and then this may come. Follow them all. Explore them all. Go down the path where all of them may lead you. Because some place is going to lead you where you need to be to do the next thing and the next thing. It's all leading you here, though. Back to yourself. Who are you? What are you capable of? What's possible for you? Everything is possible for you. You're capable of anything. You can do everything. There's nothing that you cannot do, right? Yeah, I just want to say once again, just thank you. Right? I'm going to continue. I got some more to talk about, right, regarding the dream. And how our dream impacts others, right? How when we live our dream, other people are impacted in very small and very big ways, right? But I just want to say thank you to those who believe in my dream, to those who dream, to the dreamers. Right? I got a video on my YouTube and on my social media, right, for the dreamers. Right, we debuted it back when we did the event at Lux Cinemas, the movie theater event. We showed it on the big screen for the dreamers. It was just a short video of me, right? Me since I've been home from prison, since I've been free, working on my dream, right? Having fun, right? Laughing with my friends, right? Doing all of these things. It was just a short video of all of those things. And I did a voiceover, right, for the dreamers. Because I believe that, and it's not just me, right? So like people like Sugar Ray, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not, I'm not saying nothing original. I'm not saying nothing that I alone came up with. This is all the great people in the history of the world speak about the dream, speak about your vision, speak about your imagination, speak about how important that stuff is, right? Speak about the dreamers and the visionaries are the ones that change the world. They always have. We always will be, right? The innovators, right? We're the ones that push the world forward, right? You are the ones who push the world forward. If you identify with any of those, right? Titles or applications. But yeah, just thank you. Thank you for those who dream, right? It's because of your dreaming, because of you actively pursuing your dreams that I'm able to live my dreams. Like my dream is to heal the world, the whole world. Right? That's my grand dream. I cannot do that as one simple small person from Western Queens. I can't. But collectively connecting with you, plugging in, connecting with you, plugging in, right? Meeting my lady, plugging in, right? Making her my fiance, plugging in, right? Going deeper in that relationship, deeper commitment, right? Deeper relationship with my brothers, plugging in, right? With my sisters and my friends, plugging in. What is that? Plugging in. It's power. It's more power. It's more power. It's more power. It's more electricity. It's more electricity flowing. Come on, this is basic science. We know this stuff. You plug in, you got the plug, you got the outlet. Put it together, magic happens. Right? And outlets, we all are outlets. We all are resources to some degree. We all are plugs to some degree. Right? So if we plug into each other, we're making the cord, right? Literally, we plug freaking extension cords at an event. Sometimes I plug 3, 4, 5 of them to make the connection right. Come on, this is basic, y'all. We know this stuff. So I got to plug 4, 5, 6, 8 extension cords to make the connection right. You need this extension cord because this one got more power. It can facilitate more electrical current, right? Like, come on. So we plug in. We plugged in. We plugged into each other. We are plugged into each other, right? And now we activate. We activate and the energy is flowing. Now, right? We can, our mind, our thoughts, all of them, but specifically the ones that we dwell on, the one that we build on, the ones that we feed, that's what grows the power, right? We all got thoughts that are not our own thoughts, right? Like energy is real. People send us a thought. People communicate telepathically. Some of us are more aware than others, are more powerful than others, right? And they can put a thought in your mind, or you walk into a space, a certain smell, a certain something you hear, something you see, right? Something that you're not even, your sense is not even noticeable to, but it's there, it can impact you, right? But like, this life is beautiful. Life is beautiful, man. But yeah, just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you again to my mom, right? She doesn't have these applications, so she's not tuned in. She's not here with me, but thank you to my mom for carrying me. Thank you to my father for creating me with her, right? Thank you to both of them for being great parents, right? My father, as you all know, transitioned when I was 11, right? But they were great parents. In the ways that they were great, right? They were challenges, of course. But looking back, as we all learn for the most part, as we age and become parents and have our own parental challenges, that they did the best they could with what they had. Right? They did what they could with what they had, with the knowledge they had, with the discipline that they had, right? With the education that they had, with the awareness that they had. They did what they thought in those moments for the most part was best. Right? So thank you to them. Thank you to my grandparents. Thank you to my siblings. Thank you to my aunts, my uncles, those who nourished me, those who raised me. Right. I never met a grandmother of my own. My mother's mother passed before I was born, and my father's mother passed before I was born. But my sister, they have different dads, Chantel and Cleona. Their grandmother was my grandmother, and my cousin Toya, we're cousins by her father, my mother, brother, and sister. Her grandmother was my mother, and then my cousin Chris and Stephen, their mother's mother. So we're cousins through my mother and his father. Chris's mother's mother, Chris's grandmother was my grandmother. So I had 3 grandmothers, right? Essentially, 3 women who were a little older, who had children, and their grandchildren were related to me. They loved me and cared for me as their grandchild. So thank you to them. Thank you to all my teachers, right? Even those I gave hell to. As I mentioned the other day, we all are here because of what happened, right? Just as the planet is how it is because of what's happened, the continents are how they are, even the split, right? Pangea for everything that happened prior. We are who we are today because of every single thing that happened before, even the things that we don't not like, even the people who hurt us made us who we are, shaped our perception to some degree, gave us experience, gave us knowledge, gave us something to build on, gave us a reason to be stronger, a reason to persist, right? Let us know that, yeah, that was really bad that happened, but like I'm still alive. It gave us perspective. It gave us confidence to some degree. All right. So I just want to say thank you to all of them, my ex-girlfriends, right? My friends who passed away, all of the relationships that once were that are no longer, right? Romantic, platonic, right? Business, friend, family dynamics that have changed, right? I thank every single person that has ever played a part in my life. All of my mentors who transitioned, right? Walter Austin, he was my guy. One of my other mentors, my big brother Dave Aarons. Dave was there yesterday. He came from upstate from his home. Many of you guys have heard me talk about Dave. You may have seen me with Dave at certain events. He's popped out occasionally over the last few years as he moved out of New York, him and his family. But so many people, right? I am who I am because of so many people. My aunt, my big mama, who transitioned in 2023, right? As I mentioned the other day, I called her actually at her funeral. Our Christ, she lifted up my family, right? She was at the court dates. She visited us in the prisons. She cooked the dinners, right? Almost everybody in my family stayed at her house at one point or another, right? She did the bailouts, right? She did the late night drive and pickup. She did the lying to the girlfriends or the ex-girlfriends, right? She was the mom. She was a mother. She was our big mama, our aunt, right? Our matriarch. And like I said, so many friends, so many people that are no longer here are the reason I am who I am. And so I do this. I live this life. I live this path. I strive to be my best because of the commitment to them, and for those specifically who passed on, who can't live their best, right? Who maybe never were able to live their dream, right? Because of whatever, right? Like because of whatever they said the reason was, they weren't able to live their dream, or whatever the reason was that, impeded them from being able to live their life to their fullest potential and manifest everything that they dreamt of, right? I live and I dream for them, right? I'm not on a mission solely for myself. I am not. This is not just about LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston at all. It is about me in terms of my commitment to my divine power, my higher power, my source energy, right? We made a pact, right? This is a commitment to my father who transitioned, my physical father who transitioned, right? We made a pact, right? To my daughter, right? To my children, I made a promise. So it's yes to that, but outside of that, and even before that, is for the glory of the Most High and the glory of eternal space and time, nature, mother, right? Like that's what this is for. Honoring the work of all of our ancestors past and creating a better way for all of our descendants who will come, right? And our bloodline in the next 30, 40, 50 years, 100, 200 years, 200 years, life is going to be completely different on this planet. Life is going to be different for people on this planet. People are going to be different in 200 years on this planet. Can you think about that? Can you fathom what is this world going to be like in 200 years? We see how much it changed. I went to prison in 04, came out in 07. It was a Metro card, no more tokens. It changed a lot. People did 40 years in prison, came home completely different. Completely different. Cell phones, internet, subways different. MTA buildings, communities are different. Buildings went up, buildings were destroyed. What about 200 years? How different is the world going to be in 200 years? How different is it now than it was 200 years ago? Right now, they have robots that could deliver your food. I seen a video in California, my man. He got the robot delivering his food. Pick it up. The robot comes, is navigating, he's watching. I'm watching it across the street. It turns. It comes up. Actually, you got to put a code in. Put a code in. The head opens up. He's able to take his food. It closes back by itself. They got Ubers that could fly with no driver. You could be right now, take an Uber, call an Uber. Do you want Uber fly? I don't think in New York City right now, right? But in some places, you call Uber Sky or something like that, it's called. And the Uber comes down, get you. There's no driver. There's no person. It's crazy. How different is the world now than it was then? How different will it be in 200 years than it is now? It depends on the dreamers. It is how it is now because somebody dreamt it. It was a point in time when you wanted to go across the country, you took a horse, right? You took a horse, you walked, right? You took a long time, took a camel. You need to get faster, make cars. Go faster and further, make planes. You have to travel the world in 80 days on a boat. You're not even that far. What? You get across the world in 14 hours on the plane. Half a day, less than a day. You could be on the other side of the planet. Completely different time zone, completely different language, completely different air density. Everything different in a matter of time. Somebody dreamt that. Somebody dreamt this reality. This reality is a manifestation of somebody's dream, of a couple of people's dreams. And somebody's children and grandchildren are benefiting from the dreams that they had. So what are we dreaming? What are we dreaming for our children and their children's children and their children's children's children after them? Okay, you may not have the mind. You don't know what the future holds. I can't see into tomorrow. Okay, cool. Talk to people who can. Some of us can see what's happening. Yo, listen, based on trends, not based on, because some people do have psychic abilities. Some people can see a little further than others, just right, clairvoyancy and their intuition and just right their frequency. But like most people just base it on trends. Right? And shout out to Trends. It's no coincidence. We was at Trends the last 2 days doing our event. Trends, black-owned cannabis dispensary, and in New York City is the largest in the city. It is in Long Island City. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Rodney. Shout out to their dad, their uncle, who own it, who run it. 100% legit facility. Absolutely incredible. They got all of the stuff: the gummies, the oils, the drops. They got everything. They have the skin cream. They got whatever you need there, right? Not just the flour, right? But people could determine what's coming based on trends, based on what is, based on studying people, right? They have economists, they have all of these different people who are able to predict to some degree the future. They have people predicting our future as black people. How many of these babies born are going to be in prison? People do it. So why can't we, those of us who are mostly the consumer in this game, why can't we start to think a little bit more, a little bit deeper, a little bit further, a little bit harder? What could possibly be? We know that they want to build more housing, right? It's more buildings going up, right? But we know that space is obviously becoming limited. So two things: how do we then grow food? All right, this started a while ago, right? Vertical gardening. People are doing vertical gardening, tower gardening. People are growing on their balconies. They literally have machines that you could buy, put in a corner. You can grow 30, 40, 50 different types of vegetables and fruits, right? Right in the corner of your house, 6-foot corner, a little bit of space. Right, I've grown some things in my living room. Me and my children had some mesclun lettuce and some peppers and a few different things. Had some basil and thyme we grew. Right, had a small little, I think it was an 8-pod little rectangle garden. Right, had the lights be on. Is think housing, more housing. We already see tiny homes, container homes, earth homes. Right, people are doing it. People are dreaming. People are envisioning. Live restrictor is still, TikTok is crazy. TikTok is the worst. They just keep restricting me. I didn't even say anything. What did I say that could be restricted? TikTok need to get their life together. I need to speak to somebody at TikTok, man, because they can't be banning people. They need a person listening and not just freaking the intelligence that here's a word. I'm not talking about using anything. I guess, I don't know, man. I'm about to say F these guys. But yeah, somebody dreamt. And so like somebody's dreaming now. Somebody's dreaming now to make it in a way that is not conducive to you and your family. We see what's happening. We see the manifestation of some people's dreams right now. We see Mahmoud Khalil incarcerated for nothing, protesting, demonstrating, exercising his First Amendment, freedom of speech. That's all he was doing. Threats of deportation. Oh, because of his ethnic background. Some people don't want him here. That's somebody's dream. Somebody's executing their dream. So what are you dreaming? I know that when you have a dream, it's hard, it's tough. You want to protect it again, but like you end up, when you want to protect the baby, you want to hold the baby so long, what happens? The baby eventually has to touch the floor, and now the baby can't walk. Because you held the baby for 2 years. You want to carry the baby to protect my baby. It's dirty outside. The baby could step on glass. They can fall. They could get hurt. This could happen. That could happen. People could laugh at the way my baby walks. And then your baby never learns to walk. And then your baby's mad at you. And then you mad because now your baby is 12 and wants you to carry him. And you mad. You're too big. I can't carry you no more. But you never put me down. So when I was younger and I needed to learn how to walk, you didn't let me learn how to walk. This is all metaphorical, guys. You see it. I hope you're paying attention and catching these jewels. Right? This is wisdom. All right. You want to protect your dream, but you protect it against its own growth. So therefore, you do more harm than good. You do more damage trying to protect it. Think about a balloon. You try to hold it too close, it pops, or squeeze out of your hand and floats away and is lost. Gentle. Be gentle. Be gentle. Right? Don't hold it too close. Hold it just enough where it's not flying away. You got just enough grip on it, like a butterfly. You can't catch a butterfly by chasing a butterfly. You make yourself known that you want the butterfly, and sometimes the butterfly will come to you. But it comes to you only when you still, not when you're being crazy, not when you talk about, come here, little butterfly. You chase it, it runs. And it's faster than you. So you never catch the butterfly. And the butterfly, some butterflies got a little personality. They might spin, they go up, come down. You trying to get you going down, now your back hurt. You done tripped and fell in the garden. You need somebody to get you up, fall and can't get up. Come on, don't chase the butterfly. It's smarter than you. It's more creative than you. It's faster than you. Don't chase it. You attract it. You be still. You make sure you have the right elements. Make sure you want the butterfly to. What smells the butterfly like? What are they attracted to? Put the smell on. All right. What makes them attracted to that flower? Be the flower. Be the flower. It's still. It's just blowing in the wind. Right. It has a certain scent. Be the flower. Be the flower. Be the flower if you want the butterfly. You want the honeybee to come and to put something in you, take something from you, and go grow something else. And you want that to happen? Be the flower. Be the flower that attracts the honeybee. Be the flower that attracts the butterfly. Be the person that never loses a balloon. It's people who never lost balloons. I've lost balloons. People who have never lost balloons. Be that person. Have that energy, stillness, calmness, confidence, right? Patience, right? Awareness. Right? So like when you have a dream, baby, have all of those things and it's going to be okay. You got to be responsible with your dream though. And you can't give it to everybody. You don't give your baby to everybody. So yeah, don't be mad. Oh, I can't tell everybody. You can't. And that's okay. But it got to be somebody you got to be able to trust with your baby. Somebody you trust with your baby. Right? With your child. Your child's a baby. You left them somewhere to go make another baby, right? Like to go party, to go to work, to go to school, to do something. You left the baby with somebody. There are some people out there you can trust with your dream. You can trust them. Everybody doesn't want to destroy your dream. Everybody's not out to get you. Actually, most people are not out to get you. They're just out for themselves. It has nothing to do with you. Stop taking it personal. Stop making everything about you. As important as we are not that important. Right? Get that. As important as we are not that important. People are not making things about us. Not everything is about you. Right? So you don't give your dream to everybody, not because they hate you and they want to destroy your dream, but because they don't know how to carry your dream. They never carried their own baby. Their mother or their grandmother or their uncle carried their baby. All right, so like, chill. It's okay. Your dream is not for everybody. Your baby's not for everybody. You gotta give it to somebody responsible. You gotta start to trust people, but you gotta trust yourself first. So in order to trust people, in order to build with people, you gotta be trustworthy. Right? They say you can only trust someone as deep as you trust yourself. Everybody got somebody's. I mean, most people, not everybody, but a great majority of people, a great number of people have the mindset and the mentality, and they say it. Don't trust anybody. You can't trust people. You can't trust anyone. How trustworthy are you then? Because if everybody says that, somebody talking about somebody across the court. So what did you do that wasn't trustworthy? Did you not keep your word? That has happened, even if it's only to yourself. Even if you told yourself that you was waking up at 6 a.m. tomorrow and you got up at 6:05, you broke your word to yourself. So don't be mad at people. People break their word. Some people intentionally break their word. Some people they don't want to keep their word. They just say stuff to say stuff. But some people give their word. They have every intention to keep their word. But stuff happens. It could be related to their discipline. Could be related to their courage. Could be related to their confidence in communication. Could be related to their self-esteem. Could be related to anything. Give people grace and compassion. The same grace and compassion that you give yourself when you don't do, right? Or maybe you don't give yourself no grace and compassion because maybe your parents didn't give you grace and compassion, but you wanted it and needed it. You wanted grace and compassion and you needed grace and compassion, but maybe your parents or your caretakers didn't give it to you. So now you don't give it to yourself, nor do you give it to others. That is a miserable life, right? That is a miserable life. So give people grace and compassion, specifically as it relates to sharing your dream, right? Pay attention, be aware, right? Like people show you who they are the first time, believe them. But again, discernment, it's with clarity, because everybody's not the same. 2 and 3 people could do the same exact thing. They got very similar, quote unquote, reasons or excuses, but their heart can be in 3 completely different places. So you got to know people. You got to know yourself, though. You got to know people, though. Spend time with people. Talk to people. Give people something that they could trust. And see, you might get hurt. That's okay. Your dream, babies fall. Babies fall. They hurt themselves. They touch things that's sharp. Touch things that's hot. They hurt themselves. It happens. They don't die. That stuff doesn't kill them. Your dream is gonna hurt. Feelings gonna be hurt. Physically, somebody's gonna be hurt. But like when you got a dream, you got a responsibility to grow that thing. You got a responsibility to bring that thing from dream, from idea, from concept to reality. You have responsibility to your God, to your ancestors, to the people living among you now, and to the people who are coming after you. You have a responsibility. Big time, 100%. An obligation, a duty. You could not accept it. You could choose that. I don't accept this responsibility. I didn't ask for this. Okay, so what you gonna do? You're gonna not accept your responsibility, not live in pursuit of your dreams, and you're gonna do something else, and you're gonna make yourself miserable. That's conscious suffering. That's right. Take that note, baby. We can write a book on that, conscious suffering, because we suffer consciously. We choose suffering without thinking that we're choosing suffering, because consciously nobody chooses suffering, but consciously choosing to do what is not in your heart, what you know you should not be doing or not supposed to be doing, or you want me to do something else, to constantly choose that, is conscious suffering. To wake up every day and say, I'm just going to go stand in front of the liquor store and drink with my friends, knowing I want to build this business, knowing I want to get a better relationship with my brother over here, knowing I want to do X, Y, and Z, you're choosing to suffer. And you're miserable, and that's what you suffer. And I get it. Addiction, I've been there. I've consciously suffered, right? Consciously suffered. I have done it. That's why I'm able to identify it, because I recognize it, right? I had a dream, right? But I was so hurt. I ignored the dream. I was in the streets. I'm hustling. I go to prison. I didn't choose to say, yo, I want to go to jail. But by doing the things I was doing, it's like, I don't care if I go to jail. So if you get me, get me. And that's the mentality. You catch me, they got to catch me. Catch me, sucker. Catch me. And they catch you, right? It's not easy. It's not easy bringing a dream into fruition. It's not easy raising a baby. It's not easy nourishing something consistently. It's not easy remembering to water the flower when you feel like you don't have enough water. It's not easy, but it's necessary. You didn't ask for it, but you did. You didn't choose this life, but you did. You see, I live with the concept that we existed before we were in this body. I live with the concept that we will exist long after we are out of this body. I live with the concept that we chose our reality. Children choose their parents. Some people say, yeah, right, okay, that's not for you. Then this part of the conversation is not for you. That's okay. I don't have to convince you, right? We can learn, we can build together and see what I mean, or see what others, because I'm not the first one saying this. Again, I'm not the first person to say this. I'm taking what I've learned, right? And what I've experienced in my life. Like, we all can remember far back. Some of us can remember further back than others. Some people can remember being in another space. I remember listening to one of Terrence Howard conversations a couple years ago. He said he remembers waking up in his mother's womb and saying the words, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. Don't forget. He's like, what in the world? So he, as he grew, was like, don't forget, don't forget. What did that mean? And don't forget where you came from. Don't forget that you already existed. You were already a being before you were in this human body. Consciousness exists outside of the body. The mind exists outside of the body. It's an ancient philosophical, people know this. It's been debated, but we're able to prove it, right? Because you're able to take a consciousness and put it to somebody else. This is a movie, but it's real. You can take this person's memory, this person's awareness of who they are, and put it into another person. What in the world? Somebody's dream. Somebody's dream. So what are you dreaming, my brothers and sisters? What do you dream? What are you dreaming? What do you dream? Right? How does your dream impact others? How far does your dream reach? How far into the future are you dreaming? How deeply in the past are you remembering to dream? Right? To dream forward. Right? I think part of what fueled my dream, I don't remember if the sister asked the question yesterday. Part of what fueled my dream is remembering that, like, there was a world, like I was once in a space that was much better than the space that I was in. Right? I remember, like, it's not supposed to be like this. We're not supposed to treat each other like this. We're not supposed to, my mother yelling, my father like this, and my sisters fighting, and people shooting in Queensbridge, and obviously I'm involved in all of this stuff, right? But when I was in solitude, it's not supposed to be like this. I come from a place where, like, I heard about a place where people live long time, right? Sickness didn't kill them, right? People lived in harmony. Somebody didn't have, their neighbors made sure they had, right? People traveled freely, right? Like I heard about a place like that, and in my mind, I remembered a place like that, right? I could go back and I remember living in a place that they call paradise. And so it's like, I want that to happen. I've experienced pain. I don't want nobody to experience being shot. I don't want nobody to experience that. Almost shooting people. Like, I don't want nobody to experience that. Losing your father young because of illness. I don't want nobody to experience that. So I go about, right? Like, okay, this is the dream. The dream is to heal the world, make it a better place. And this is how I do it, addressing these different issues. Health, physical health, mental illness, because I've seen people like snap. I've snapped, right? Not quote unquote psychotic and mentally ill, but like not in control of my mentality, mental instability, mentally unhealthy, right? That caused the boom. And some people got hurt, and some people, I went to prison, right? But like, it's worth it. It's worth going through the stuff. It's worth identifying the hurt, the pain, right? The suffering. It's worth wanting more, right? It's worth separating from the people you may need to separate from, or the places that you need to separate from, or the things that you need to separate from. Separation isn't always just about separating from people. You got to separate from those things, those habits, those excuses, that old identity, right? You got to separate from that. You got to separate from the pain. Separate from the pain. Separate from the blame of the pain. This person hurt me. Okay, maybe that person was hurt, right? This person did this. Okay, maybe it happened. So it doesn't make it right that it happened to you. Not at all. It's not what I'm saying. But separate yourself from the pain and the blaming and the victim mentality. Separate yourself from victimhood. You were hurt. You were violated. You should not have been. You were a child. You shouldn't have been abused. You were a child. You shouldn't have been touched. You were an adult and somebody raped you. Somebody date raped you, gave you a drug. That should not have happened to you. I'm very sorry. You were thrown in prison falsely. I'm so sorry that happened to you, brother. Your baby mother did X, Y, and Z. I'm sorry. So sorry that happened. I am. I've experienced so much of the same thing that other people have experienced, and I'm so sorry that it happened to us. But I'm not a victim. It happened for me. None of it happened to me. I am one with the divine. I am one with God's source energy. I am eternal. I am everlasting. I am all powerful. It happened for my growth. It happened for my elevation. It happened for my ascension. It happened for me to go deeper. It happened for me to learn more compassion. It happened for me to become stronger, to become more resilient. It happened for me so that I could study more. It happened for me so I could be a little more patient. It happened for me so that I can watch what I say. It happened for me so that I can be more committed and accountable to doing what I say. It happened for me to become a better person, to become a stronger person, to become a greater person, to become a kinder person, to become a more lovable person, to become a more loving person, to become a more trusting and trustworthy person, to become a more honest person, right? To become a more honest person, to become a better communicator. Happened for me. Everything. My dad dying when I was young happened for me. Me being touched by girls, by women who were older than me happened for me. Me going to prison happened for me. And everybody who does something to hurt you, I'm not saying that they're doing it, that their intention, I'm doing this for your own good. No, they do it to hurt you. Some people do things to hurt you, absolutely. But God is great. God is stronger than the devil all the time, every single day, including Sundays. Every day, God is stronger than the devil. So what's meant to break you, what's meant to hurt you, it only refines you, it only liberates you, it only makes you more powerful. As they say, what don't kill you make you stronger, baby. What don't kill me made me stronger. What didn't kill me, it hurt. It made me want to die at times, right? It made me, TikTok might ban that. It made me feel like I didn't want to be here anyway, right? Like it did have that impact. But thankfully, the times that I thought about things that didn't do them, they didn't go the way I wanted them to go. They went the way the Most High wanted us to go. So we plan, but Allah is the best of planners. We plan, but Allah, oh, merciful, is the best of planners. God is great. That's all I can say, right? And that greatness is inside of you. That greatness lives in you every single day. You cannot be separated from that greatness. You cannot be alienated from that greatness. It is one with you. It is you. You are it. So walk with that. Have that confidence. Have that faith of somebody whose parent created everything. Like how confident would you be if you walked in and said, "This is my mother built this school"? How confident would you be if you said, "My father built this tech company," and you walk through those doors? How confident would you be? Said, "My grandfather, made this car." How proud would you be of that car when you see people driving that car. I mean, my uncle did X, Y, and Z. My aunt, my grandmother, that's my grandmother pies. Those are my grandmother pies in every supermarket across the country. How confident would you be? How confidently would you walk, would you talk? But also how humble would you be? How respectful would you be to people? Right? Especially when you know, my grandmother made those pies, but she was struggling. She was poor, and she just used to make pies for people at work, and they liked the pies, but it's hard. Humble. It could all be taken away. It could all not have happened this way. It could have happened very differently. Right? So, like, know that and trust that. It happens the way it's supposed to. You are who you are because of somebody who came before you, because of a thought, an idea, some action that was before you. That's how you got to be who you are and how you are today, right now in this moment. So, like, dream big, dream big, dream big, dream big, dream big, dream big, live bigger. Know that every single thing is possible. Everything that you dream is possible. Anything that you dream of is possible. Any and everything that you dream is possible. You just first got to be convicted in that belief, knowing that it's possible. And then you go about the business of telling people, connecting with the right people who have a shared dream, a shared vision. And then together you lay the groundwork and know that the dream, it may take 20 years. Some dream may not happen until you are gone. Some may happen when you're older. Right? The dream I have now that I'm living now is a dream I had a long time ago, but I have to go through a lot of stuff to get it. A lot of no's, a lot of no's, a lot of no's, a lot of closed doors, a lot of betrayal, a lot of stuff, a lot of pain. But I'm living the dream. And people who know me, even if you feel just a few years, see that. They say, yo, you really manifested your dreams. I've been talking about the same thing forever. Same exact thing I talk about now, feeding people, clothing people, traveling, taking trips, making films, writing books, right? Making video games. I haven't made a video game yet, but I got a brother, Andrew Augustin, one of the top black video game makers in the country. So we're going to make a video game. Like, we doing it. And I know that what I'm doing now is leading to that. So I'm living the dream. This is the dream. It's freedom. It's waking up every day doing what you love, impacting people, being able to make a couple dollars and do the things that you love. That's the dream. And obviously, it gets bigger and we want to do more, but this is the dream. This is the process. The dream does not just happen. It is a process from dream, from thought, from concept, from idea to fruition, to reality, to manifestation, to immersion. You are now immersed in your dream. You are immersed in the dream that you had. It is now your reality. Come on, baby. Somebody talk to me. Do you hear me talking? The congregation is here. Like, we hear you. We hear you, minister. We hear you. Humbly, respectfully, this is good stuff, guys. And this is straight from divine source energy. This is divine source. But what we're gonna be doing going forward on Sundays, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we're gonna get on here. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna share some stuff with you guys that I've learned. We're gonna share some perspective. Right, we're gonna build on some books. Right, I got some books from some friends. We got some books from people that I never met. Right, it is not just gonna be a religious thing. I'm not a religious person in that capacity. Right, it's a spiritual growth. It's a spiritual enlightenment. Right, this is World Healer. We're gonna talk about the problems in the world. We're gonna address them. We're gonna talk about how we go forward. We're gonna pull from different wisdoms, from different religions, from different schools of philosophy, from different people. I got a lot of books. It may not all be text. It may be something I heard. Something I read, something that somebody said we want to build on. So I'm committing myself to every Sunday, 8 o'clock. I already do Monday through Fridays, 9 o'clock to 9:30, SR Daily. This is now going to be the 6th day. I said I need 7 days a week, 7 days of content. I'm going to figure out what we're going to do for Saturday. Right? I'm going to figure out what content we're going to create for Saturday. But mornings, I got mornings free. I don't have to be nowhere until 10 o'clock most mornings. Right? 9 o'clock Monday through Friday, right? My show. Most weekends I got to be out the door, so I got to be somewhere by 10. But wherever I got to be, this is it. This is the dream. I got to be here. All right, we figure out everything else. The beautiful thing about it though is that this is portable equipment. If let's say I had to be somewhere in a place at 8 o'clock or something like that, all right, I need 8 to 9. I got to do my thing. I was there at 6, 8 o'clock to 9. I got to do my show. I got to do my thing. I got to do this ministry. All right, this is ministry. This is me administering this wisdom to you all, to myself included, right? Because I'm just like, I need it as much as I give it, right? That's why I hold myself accountable to giving it, because sometimes it lands more when you hear it or when you see somebody else take it and you're like, oh yeah, I should take that too, right? But yeah, thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Peace and love, powerful outlook. Thank you so much, Seful. Happy Soulful Sunday. A child of the village. Yes, sir. Be the flower. Oh, baby. Thank you so much. Still calm, confident. Absolutely. So Fu said to be truly conscious means you accept accountability. Absolutely. Yo, Cynthia Sin, what's going on? Eddie Kruger checked in. DJ E Double, my cousin, checked in. What's going on? What's going on, guys out there in the IG world? Thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in. I had some spammers over here on TikTok. TikTok got the most spammers more than everywhere, right? You ever get to the point in life where you'll rather fail than succeed? Crispy asked that question. No. I have been there in life, right? I have been there in life where I would rather fail and not be around than to succeed. Absolutely. I've been there. That's what led me to, like having those ideations and those thoughts that TikTok will ban me for saying. Can't even use the word to bring awareness. TikTok is so strict, right? But yeah, it was times when I would much rather fail than succeed, but no more. I would rather fail than have regrets now. Those are the two combinations, right? Those are what's verses. I would rather fail, fall on my face, than to not try something, than to not do something and have a regret later, right? I don't want no regrets, right? I don't want no regrets. Regrets are painful. They're heavy, right? My love said, be great and make it a great one. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate you. Yo, I got engaged. I asked her to marry me on my birthday. And she looked at me. She looked at me and laughed. And she looked at me and laughed. And then looked at my friends and family, our friends and family, right? And laughed. And she said, of course. She said, of course. She said, you already know this, though. I did. I know. We spoke about it before. I told her I want to marry her. Yeah, I'm in the best position of my life, guys. And it came out of pain. And there is still pain I'm experiencing, great pain that I'm experiencing. The pain doesn't make you less of a human. The pain doesn't, it's expressing the pain, being emotional, right? Releasing the pain. It doesn't make you less of anything, right? Letting go of certain ideas that you wish you had. I wish I would have never been separated from my children. And I'm reconnecting and working on being back, right? Having that experience doesn't make me less of great, right? It means that I'm human and I didn't make the best decisions at all the times. I did not make all of the best decisions. That's what that means. Doesn't mean I'm not great. Doesn't mean I'm not worthy. Doesn't mean I'm not capable, right, of manifesting a dream, right? So when you have a dream, go for that dream. Know that it may not happen the way you think it should happen, but if you stay faithful, if you stay committed, if you stay consistent, if you stay grounded, if you stay optimistic, if you stay courageous, if you stay brave, if you stay love-filled, if you stay intentional, it will all happen for you. I promise you. It may not look the way you wanted it to look. The journey ain't going to be how you thought it should be. But I promise you, it'll happen for you. As long as you live long enough, do the best you can to take care of yourself, right? Because clearly you can walk outside and the car can hit you and boom, it's over. But do your best to live as long as possible so that you have as much opportunity to make that dream come true. All right. So take care of yourselves, guys. All right. Happy Sunday. Happy Soulful Sunday. Do something for your soul today. I hope that this was soul food for you. All right. If it was, share this live. Right. This is live. You guys got it. You guys are gonna have it. Not TikTok. TikTok don't even let people keep their lives. TikTok is selfish. And not it's not a good place to be, man. I love TikTok, but it ain't conducive to the growth of the people. All right. But I guess it is. I don't know. Talking too much. Right? I love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. All right. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other, man. Know that the divine is in you. The divine is all powerful. You can do anything that you put your mind to it, anything that you align your heart to, and anything that your spirit is committed to. Go out there and make it happen. If you fall, it's okay. Les Brown said, if you land on your back, if you fall down, try to land on your back. Because if you could look up, you could get up. I say if you fall on your face, if you could do a push-up, you could get up. So fall. Denzel Washington said, fail forward, fail big, fail often. The more you fail, it means the more you're trying. Most people don't even try anything to fail. They're scared. You're not scared, though. You got bravery. You got courageous. You know God is in you. Go out there and make it happen. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'm enjoying my Sunday. It's still my birthday weekend, right? It's still my birthday weekend. I'm enjoying my time with my lady, listen to some music, and I do some family stuff today, right? I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your day. Travel safe. Remember, we back here tomorrow, 9 a.m., baby. SR Daily. Week 66 is going down. Peace and love and light. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.